Hello everybody, this is Neanderthal Gaming, and it has been a long time since I have made an episode. It has been basically since winter break for me, and it is currently spring break. Actually, something funny, I've actually already made this video in particular because I wanted to make this video, and I already did it once, and I watched it, and for some reason my mic quality was absolutely terrible. I don't know what it is, but this mic somehow changed. Basically, the first time I tried making this video, it was all muffled and quiet, and there's a lot of background noise and all this weird stuff, but I fixed that, and so I scrapped the old footage. There was no way to save it. Basically, I made a 45-minute episode, and I had to scrap it. Anyway, it's going to be way better the second time. I could probably get it done in less time also. Basically, I fixed it. But for some reason now it's a lot better than it was when I recorded this episode before. But for some reason there's some static background noise, just like some constant white noise behind my voice. It is completely silent in this room. It kind of sounds like a fan or something, and there's no fan in this room going on. Like if I take these headphones off, there's a small noise from my computer fan, but it's not the noise that I hear when I record, test record. So anyway, I found just a easy Audacity white noise canceling program, so that hopefully will help it out. So hopefully this episode sounds okay, but we are just going to get started. Let me start my timer here. I've done a lot of stuff in the last few months, and I want to get this out before I show you. Basically, I want to kind of admit to this. I did almost all of this in creative mode. And that is a little weird because I've said multiple times throughout this series being the survival Minecraft series, that I didn't want to do anything in creative because that kind of takes the fun out of it. Basically, the only reason why I cracked and went into creative to do these builds is because my world got lost. My Minecraft world was accidentally deleted twice, actually. The first time I obviously had an older save that I had a backup, and I went to the backup, and I had to redo about 5 or 6 hours of survival working. So to make myself not go insane and redo 5 hours of the exact same thing I'd already done, I just did it in creative. And I did that, and I got caught up, and then I did a bunch more stuff in survival, and then my world got deleted again on accident. That one, the first time, was my hard drive had to get wiped because there was some malware on there from something I tried to download. I was trying to download Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, and I tried it on a non-Steam website, and so I got some malware. And I had to get my hard drive wiped, whatever. My friend took care of it. That's all good. Like I said, that was the first time I got my Minecraft world deleted. For some reason, I forgot to transfer my worlds. The second time was I was just going through my saves folder, and I was deleting old worlds that I didn't need anymore. And I accidentally deleted the one that I had already spent the 6 hours of survival, and then another like 2 hours in creative working on. So that is now about 8 hours of my time completely down the drain. So I booted up the old world again. I had made a backup after I had done the 2 hours of creative work. And so another big chunk of time down the drain. I don't remember the exact hours. I don't even know if what I said makes sense. Anyway, it was a bunch of survival work, deletion, creative work, and then more survival work, and then it got deleted again. So that's the order. And then after that, I got all the way caught back up. Probably another 2 or 3 hours of creative to get caught back up. And then basically, I said to myself, okay, I just spent 3 or 4 or 5-ish hours working in creative just to redo what I've already done in survival. So I wanted to keep doing things, but those things would have probably taken me 10 hours total to combine to complete in survival. And so basically what I said to myself is, I've already wasted 5 hours of my time total. More than that, because it was like all the survival and all the creative. Basically, I should have used about half of that. And so I used about 5 or so hours of more creative time to continue building things in my world. And these things weren't like you know, like spawning myself in a diamond beacon somewhere. It was mostly just aesthetic things. You'll see I have a list, and I'm gonna try to hold this up to the camera. I don't know how far this zooms in, but this is the list I have of things. It's like, let's count: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 things on this list that I have to show you. Okay, 25 things. About 10 of them were done in survival before it got deleted, and then I did them again in creative, and then another 5 or 6 things again were done in survival, and then they got deleted, so I did it. So basically 10 of them or so are from just creative alone. And I'm gonna log in just to show you. Yeah. This is 1.9.2, I guess. They've already been releasing patches, I guess, to the 1.9 update, which is very cool. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to get all this stuff done before. Oh, gotta let this load in. Before. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Before the 1.9 update really got out. As you can tell, there's new sounds, and they're awesome. So basically, this episode is going to be kind of long. It's going to be me. That's really annoying. There we go. Much better. This episode is going to be me flying around. Actually, I shouldn't be showing you too much because it's going to be kind of a surprise. It's going to be me flying around, and yes, I am flying. I'm still in creative. It's going to be me flying around and showing you all the changes I've done. And then next episode, we will start again in 1.9, doing survival thing, going to the end, getting the elytra, doing all the new boat stuff. So, list time. First thing on the list, we have the Skelly Spawner Tunnel. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we can fly over here. And as you all know, there's a skeleton spawner down that little tunnel right there. And in order to get the skeletons to fall to a certain, from a certain height and take a certain amount of damage, I have to bring them up in a water tube, which is right here. And then they come over, and then they drop down to where we can hit them down there. So this is the new and improved tunnel. I used to be just made out of cobblestone and dirt. It was really ugly, but I came back here with some stone and some stone bricks and some sea lanterns and I guess a little bit of cobble, and we kind of fixed it all up. It even kind of continues down to the bottom of the river here. So yeah, just little things. Mostly this video is gonna be little things I did. Like this, I did this in creative, obviously. Everything I did in creative, but this isn't that big of a deal to do in creative, as you'll see with most of the things. Next on the list is the beach. So this is one of my favorite things that I did. If we come over here, this little tunnel has always been here, so this is still connected by water. This is our beach that we have. This has always been here. It's just that I used to use it for collecting sand, and then I realized this is really, really close to our main area, because like you can see right there, that's the UFO. There's just this little patch of this little hill, I guess, right here that connects to our beach. So basically I came back and I replaced all the sand that I kind of dug up. I did do it in creative, but I did throw out a bunch of sand that I had collected in survival. So I did not, don't worry, I'm not going to recollect this sand just because I've replaced it here in creative. So yeah, I just kind of made it look nice again, made it acceptable. Also, I added, basically I put some TNT here, throughout here, and blew it all up and tried to make a little canal here just to connect our little, I keep saying our little, basically it connects our entire place together here, except for the dam. The dam, actually I have to find a way to circumvent this dam yet, because this little loop right here, this little island, I guess it's not an island, it's almost an island. In fact, look how close this is to being an island. These almost touch. But everything connects. And now I connected it to the open ocean as far as we know. So that's just kind of a little thing. Next on the list is the tunnel. As you can see, I made a little tunnel here with some variated pathing. I kind of mixed it with the sandstone at the entrance because there's still sand here. Gravel, cobblestone, stone brick, and then these light gray glass with glowstone underneath for lighting. And then the walls and the ceiling of the tunnel are the chiseled stone brick and the regular stone brick, as well as some stone brick stairs. So just a cool little tunnel here. Tried not to use any torches. and then that connects up to our little tree area here. So here's the tree that I'm talking about. This is the little cave that I made just for fun. We already have an enchanting station down at the skeleton spawner, but I wanted to have one up here as well. This is not new. The tunnel is new. This right here is the next thing on the list. It is on my list. It is painting tunnel. So this, I think I did this in one of the previous episodes, but I did not have it quite like this. It was basically the same bends and stuff, and the same kind of idea with the pillars of wood on the side, but I added paintings here because I just thought it could use something. It was pretty boring. I mean, you can imagine without these paintings, it'd be pretty, just gray walls, gray ceiling, gray floor with some brown stripes on the side. Yeah, this is one of those things that I was talking about before. I did in survival, and then it got deleted, and so I did it again in creative, just to save myself from going insane. Next thing on the list is the roses. As you can see out here, I put a bunch of rose bushes basically everywhere throughout the place. And I for some reason I did them in pairs. I don't know why. It's just kind of something I thought would look kind of cool. So there's basically dotted everywhere throughout our main compound area here. There are pairs of rose bushes. Does this one have a pair? It does not. Huh. I must have missed it. Let's just throw it there. There we go. Alright. Next, we have wheat farm stairs. So if we go into our wheat farm area here, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Something I do want to touch on before we get to the new thing. For some reason, the red mushroom farm is working, but the brown one is not. I have no clue why. I will come back one of these days and figure it out. I don't really have a need for mushrooms right now, so I'm okay with it not working, but whatever. The round mushroom farm is out of commission at the moment. So what I'm showing you here is this little area right here. It just kind of looks like a little room that's in our little pumpkin, potato, melon room. Did I just hear a piston? Oh, it was the mushroom farm. No? Yes? No? Huh, I thought I just heard a piston. That was weird. Anyway, this is actually a staircase that goes up, and you will hear where it goes up to. Actually, I'm going to stop here because it gets pretty loud once you go up the stairs. What this staircase leads to is the kitchen in the cow and sheep farm area. And in a previous episode, I'd actually shown you the kitchen that I had made. That got deleted when the world got deleted the first time, and so I went back and I redid it in creative mode. I think I improved it, and as it turns out, I've noticed that when I do something the second time, it seems to turn out a lot better than the first time. So I think you guys will like this more. Let me turn down my... What am I doing? There we go. Turn down my friendly creatures even more. So this time, instead of just kind of like a square room, I went with more of a circular room. Actually, I don't remember what shape. I think it was a square room last time. Anyway, I think I did a better job this time. We have kind of like a patterned floor here. The ceiling is really cool. We have some stone bricks mixed with just the regular natural stone with some, I think this is oak. Yeah, oak fences and glowstone. We have a little mini chandelier here. Over here, and oh, how did you get over here? How the heck did you get over here? Anyway, on either side, on either corner, there is a little entrance with these pressure pads and fence gates, and then over here this is the sheep side, that's the cow side. I just wanted to add a little cooking themed painting there. Actually, let's throw one more glowstone, like there. That was getting a little dark. Yeah, this one has it too. Okay. And then drop that. So over here we have kind of our cow drops, our sheep drops, and our coal. I don't have anything in the chest right now because I haven't really done any farming recently. Over here, let's just go over here first. So this is the staircase. These are just windows, obviously, and then we have the sword chest. That is our cow killer. We have the shears chest with shears, and we have the wheat chest with wheat. That is very loud also. Let me just do that. That sounds better. And then over here we just have an aesthetic little thing. Basically, this is just like kind of like a countertop, a quartz countertop with some blood on it. It's just some redstone on it to act like this is like where I butcher the cows or butcher the sheep or whatever. And then I have some hides hanging to dry up on the wall. So this is more the aesthetic part. The rest of it actually serves a purpose. And then of course we have our furnace array here. So that is the new kitchen off the list. The next one is this is one of those days I was so bored that I just had to do something. And there's an area that is actually pretty little known to most of you probably, even though it's very close to basically all of our base. It is this little cave over here. And what I have this titled on my sheet is the Vine Cave, because basically I went in here. I remembered that there was a cave back here because this is one of the first caves that I found. That piston sound was this. I know that, so that I can understand that noise, but before I don't know. Anyway, this cave was one of the first caves I found because when we first arrived here, I kind of explored this area back here first, and so I went in here and I realized, wow, this is a really cool cave, but it was kind of ugly. Like it was dark. Obviously, the ground was uneven. There was random spouts of water kind of just flooding the place in a non, uniform fashion. Ooh, that's gonna be infinite eggs. Toss that. So basically, I came in here. I kind of flattened out the ground, filled it with water. These waterfalls are actually natural. Those were the original waterfalls. I did not mess with those at all. I messed with the place that they land, so it's one big kind of lake area. But other than that, I added the vines and the torches, obviously, as well. These caves are all natural, completely natural. So like this one, you couldn't really call it a cave, but little hole there. And then this one is actually kind of cool, completely natural. And then, of course, this is the back of our sugarcane farm, which I'll get to in a minute. And then I just added some stairs up to the natural entrance to this cave. So this is actually the entrance I found originally. This little guy right here. I did chisel it out a little bit, I think, but this was the original entrance to the cave right here. And so that's kind of cool. You would never really see it unless you added, a path to it. So even from this path, you can see the staircase going right or going left. I think going left goes to this Vine Cave. I literally have nothing of use in this cave yet. Maybe that could be something you guys could suggest. Maybe like a mini game or something. I don't know. Maybe I could hide something of value in here. Some kind of trap or something. I don't know. I mean, this is just a single player world, so I don't know. Hiding stuff doesn't really make any sense, but just something cool to put in there to make me go in there every once in a while for some reason would be a cool idea. So next on the list is the sugarcane farm. Before, I think the top of the sugarcane farm was at this level right here. It was just the redstone sitting on top, exposed to the elements. Basically, all I did was I came and I added another layer of the birch wood and then another layer of the green glass panes, just to kind of close it all off, make it all enclosed. Those words mean the same thing. And kind of just, make it one big cube, essentially. Whatever, not a cube, whatever shape this is, rectangular prism. Anyway, I basically just kind of made it one big machine like I like to do. So yeah, that's just kind of a aesthetic thing also. It is purely aesthetic, actually. I didn't make any changes to the redstone. The next, we have the chicken farm. This was one of the major things that when it got deleted, I came back and I made it better, I think. Basically, the path to it is exactly the same. The fencing situation is exactly the same. The little farm here and the fence on the other side is exactly the same. The main difference is the house itself and also the chicken farm. So basically, I used a different version of the chicken farm. The one I had before, first of all, did not work, and second of all, did not give me as many options as this one does. I'll show you in a second. So we have our chickens running around. We have no way for them to escape. I made sure of that. Because I did have a problem with them escaping. And then, of course, we have the new house. This one is birch instead of, I think, oak and spruce, which the last one was, which kind of makes more sense because it's more eggshell colored, you know what I mean? And I kind of made it oval shaped just a little bit, just to kind of resemble an egg. Anyway, let's go in. I really like the birch doors too. Very, very cool. Here is the farm. Basically, we have the same type of interior, just a different type of wood. We have these sea lanterns for lights. And you noticed before, I have podzol and some just flower beds outside all the windows. Just kind of a cool little addition. And then we have just, instead of having like a wall here along this area and a door to get back to the chicken farm, I essentially just left it open and then kind of had it just the house continue back here. There's nothing back here other than, you know, just a window into the redstone just to kind of see what's going on. And then of course I have the big painting here. And then the chicken farm. I do not remember who I got this chicken farm idea from. It is not mine, believe me, it is not mine. But this one allows you to get cooked chicken and feathers, raw chicken and feathers, or just eggs. So it's very versatile. So the way it works, I'll just quickly explain, is if you have the lava, which is just in a dispenser here in a bucket. If you have the lava, you get cooked chicken and feathers. If you take the lava away and put water, you get raw chicken and feathers. And be careful not to click them at the same time, otherwise you'll get obsidian. And then if you just want eggs, you can flick this lever, and then the eggs will gather in this chest instead of flowing through it when the lever is flipped, as you can see right there. So, very cool. We'll never run out of food, that's for sure. This has probably been going for, actually I have no idea how long, probably quite a long time. But it is filling up rather quickly, so that is nice. Next on the list we have Waterfall Cave Tunnel. That is this one. This is another thing that got deleted and I had to redo in creative. So over here we have kind of chiseled out this little area back here, and then we have our waterfall continuing. I kind of re-terraformed the area, the land up here. Let me go sleep quickly. The more I can sleep, the better, because the more you sleep in a Minecraft world, the less it rains, which is the best. So that should stop pretty soon. So yeah, we terraformed the area above here so that the waterfall would kind of fall in the way we wanted, kind of this wide cascading waterfall, which I really like. So anyway, we have these little this little spiral staircase right here up to this mostly natural cave. I did buff out the walls so it looked a little bigger. And then, of course, I added this little tunnel here that connected up to this natural cave. So from about here, all of this was natural. This very clean rectangular part was man-made, obviously. But other than that, this was all natural. This tunnel literally goes nowhere, but it does kind of connect here. I punched a hole through here, and we have our stairs up. Our stairs that go up to the old brown and orange house. I have them just branch up into here, so we could go over here if need be, you know, just in case we ever want to do something over there. And then this little hole right here is also a natural occurrence, so I just put a little staircase up there. Next is the Dock Pagoda, and that is on the list because I removed it. It used to be right here. It's no longer there. Basically, I didn't like how it was leaning up against the wall there. It didn't really make any sense. It didn't look very good. The roof was ugly, and so I took it out. Simple as that. That is halfway done with the list. And we only have 8 minutes left of this episode. The castle is the next thing. You might have noticed already, because I accidentally showed it, was that the castle up here, the castle that I made, it was just basically 6 pillars connected. I flattened. I completely destroyed it. I used MC Edit because that would have cost me another hour of my time, basically wasted, to build this and destroy this. So more than an hour. It took me probably an hour and a half to build it, and it probably would have taken me half an hour to destroy it. So basically it saved me 2 hours of my time. Well, it saved me half an hour of my time to use MC Edit to destroy it. So that's the reason behind that. Also, the reason why I destroyed it was serving literally zero purpose in my world. It was completely useless. It was kind of an eyesore because it didn't really fit anything else we have going on. And so basically what I decided on was I do want something up here, and I'll show you why in a little bit. I do want something up here, and I will return to that once towards the end of the episode. So just remember that I do still want something up here. That's why I kind of left these stumps of the towers essentially, because they used to go, you know, up to here or so, but I chopped them mostly down. So next on the list is the Dragon Egg Bridge, and you can already see it up here. I added a mostly stone brick bridge connecting our spire, Dragon Egg Spire, to this main land up here, and then over to our original kind of base. This is where we first set up when we first got to this world. It was a really cool cave that I just happened to stumble upon right when I spawned. So yeah, this is just, I kind of keep this here. I might want to do something up here because this is a completely natural cave. I think I chiseled out the ceiling a little bit just to make it more bearable when I was walking around, but most of it's natural, and I just kind of want to, you know, have a easier way to get up here because I did destroy this bridge earlier, but I did want to make a nicer, newer bridge. So the new parts is this path, obviously. It's got kind of, you know, supporting walls here underneath part of the mountain, kind of cool, and then it's got this this stone bridge. I went for kind of like 2 arches and then just a straight path across, with the arches being connected by these cobblestone walls. Basically, I have one concern about this. I don't think it goes well with the spire. It goes well with this whole side. I mean, that looks okay. Like if I just look like this, but then if I look like this, I don't know, it doesn't really fit. Either I would want to change the spiral to like a stone brick slab or a stone slab or something like that, or I would want to change the bridge to wood, because this wood and this quartz and this grass and this stone, they all don't really go together. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know there. I don't really like how it is now, but I'm okay leaving it, simply because I don't have any other option in my mind right now. So next is the spiral staircase we were just talking about. I fixed it a little bit. So before, at about this area right here, it went straight up instead of kind of curving around there. So basically what I did is I destroyed all of the existing staircase right there, and I kind of buffed out the wall, made it extrude a little more to make it look more natural, because it was natural the way it was, but it didn't look natural because it was so flat and straight. Basically all I wanted to do was make the staircase curve more of a spiral, less of a kind of a, you know, jagged right angle right angle line, whatever. So yeah, basic fix, didn't take me very long. Made it look a lot nicer in my opinion. Next is the arches under the staircase. This is one of those things that I kind of regret doing. Let me get a better angle. So you can kind of see it there. Here's a good one. Here's a good example. So basically, I don't know why, but I wanted to add more support to these staircases coming down out of our UFO. And the way I wanted to do that, I guess, was to add these walls over the arches. So these arches are the things that go underneath the staircase. We've always had those, but the thing I added was this wall here. This thing. And I really don't like it, and so I think that will be one of the things I take down soon. Ooh, this needs to be fixed. There we go. Always fixing stuff. That's how it's supposed to be. What the heck? What's going on here? Anyway, yeah, I think I did this for all of the arches, so over here you can see it too. I don't really like it. It kind of blocks the view of stuff. I think I'm definitely going to take them out. So that will be removed next time, don't you worry. Next, we have the dam windows. So we have our dam over here. If you climb down this ladder, nothing changed at this level, but then if you climb down one more, I added some blue stained glass windows. Obviously, you can't see very much out of them, but, you know, still cool. Still pretty cool. And the reason I have so many torches up here is because if I, like, remove 2 of these torches... Oh. If it's nighttime... Okay, anyway, you have to take my word for it. If I remove some of these torches and it's nighttime and there's not ambient light on the outside, there's like this weird, like, yeah, actually no, it is showing on this one right here. So you can kind of see if I look out this, basically the 1 block width, it's a little bit darker. In the nighttime, it's a lot more pronounced. For some reason, this one isn't doing it. But if I put the torch back, it makes it all a uniform lighting, so it doesn't add those weird, like, planes of darker light, whatever. Anyway, simple, just added some stained glass, and then on the outside I kind of ran the same pattern we have above the water down below the water. Actually, wow, I forgot to do it on this side. If we come over to this side, I ran like the andesite, I copied that down below, and then I also ran the stone brick all the way down on the outsides. So I will have to fix that. But anyway, I did that, and then I added these sea lanterns also on the other side just to kind of show how deep the water was. I don't know. Something cool. Anyway. Next, we have the orange and brown house. This is a big one. This is something I used MC Edit to remove. Actually, so here's the thing. This was after the first delete, but before the second deletion of the world. I removed this entire house using TNT and by hand. And then I also terraformed it back to the way it's supposed to be, using just some dirt, obviously. I did that all by hand. In creative. So it did not take me as long as it should have in survival. But I removed it with TNT and by hand in creative, and then I reformed it with grass and stuff by hand in creative. So by hand, meaning block by block. My world got deleted, so I had to reload a new one, and the house was back. So I didn't want to spend another half hour deleting it again, and so I just went into MC Edit, and I went delete. Took me about 10 minutes versus not even 10 minutes. It took me about 5 minutes to do that because I had to delete the whole thing, and then I had to come back and, you know, kind of fix the big square hole that it left. But anyway, it is gone. And the reason why it is gone is because it was ugly. It did not fit in this biome. This biome is snow. You can see the snow. It is next to some, like, warmer, you know, warmer looking biomes, but this, the exact spot where it is on, obviously there's snow around it, and it was like brown and orange and yellow, and brown, orange, yellow. Yeah, brown, orange, yellow. What was the other color? Yeah, it was mostly brown, orange, and yellow. Yeah, I think yeah, because we used orange glass and brown wood and yellow like clay and stuff like that. But anyway, it didn't fit in this biome. I had a plan for it to be our house, but I didn't like the way it looked. Basically, I'm gonna keep that little thing down there as our house. It's just the best thing we got right now, and I just wanted to get rid of this, so it's gone. Gone forever. Served absolutely no purpose. We never came up here to look at it, so it's gone. We can use this area for something else now. Next, we're almost done here actually, the boat tunnel. This is one of my favorite things I did. Again, this is a thing that I did twice because it got deleted. I had to redo it. So this, if we take a boat, and the boats are fantastic, by the way. They are fantastic compared to the old boats. We have a bridge here. I just basically raised the existing kind of walkway here up a little bit so you can get underneath it with boats. As you can see here, there's some vines growing. Oh, what's past the vines? Oh, a little tunnel, huh? Okay. So you go back here. Got some glowstone in the floor. Got some glowstone in the walls. Oh, look, more vines. Oh, you come out. Where are we? Oh, we're right by the UFO. Oh, there's the waterfall. There's the little cave that I did. And then there's another boat, actually. And then something I accidentally found out while messing around in these boats is if you butt up to like some land and you press shift to get out, it pops you up onto the land. That is cool. Okay, so if I get in and I press shift again, like sometimes like if I back up, look how far away I can get. And it'll still get me up onto the land. I think that might be the limit. No, a little bit further. Look at that. The boat is this far away, and it knows where to put me. Oh, didn't know it that time. Anyway, This one doesn't just drop you off, is what I'm saying, in the water around the boat. It will put you onto the land in front of you, which is very, very genius, and it saves a lot of people a lot of hassle. Anyway, this is the boat tunnel. Basically, just wanted to make a tunnel for boats to connect this little pond right here, because there was no connection originally to our main kind of area. Serves no real purpose, mostly aesthetic, but it looks cool. And actually, I'm gonna remove some of these vines because I want to see inside. So yeah, just like random cobblestone stairs along the top, not anything uniform. Some of them are upside down, some of them aren't, most of them aren't, but vines, you got the cobblestone and stone staggering, and then you have these this green glass and glowstone behind it. Kind of cool, kind of a cool sweeping structure. And then this bridge, I actually really like this bridge. Moving on, we have the I can't change the time. Also, you can see your feet now. It's just something small, kind of cool. Next on the list is the new river. So what that means is I went over here, and this was all existing river, but it kind of stopped right about here. Basically, I went in with MC Edit mostly, but a lot of it by hand actually, and I deleted this big chunk of land. This diagonal part I did by hand, and then this part by MC Edit, basically just to connect everything together. This part right here connects everything together. So here we have our chicken farm, so you can orient yourself here. There are a lot of chickens that escaped. How? Those must be the ones that escaped the first time I tried to make this plate. Yeah, because there's no way they can get out here. That's too tall. Oh. Aha, I found it. There we go. Now they can't escape. That might have been... Yeah, I can see them getting up here or something. Hello, creeper. Yeah, anyway. So we just basically connected it. And this is like kind of a cool little area. I mean, it looks pretty natural. Obviously, these straight edges don't look very natural, but whatever. I tried terraforming it as much as I could. I even added some of these like overhangs. Like it used to be at this level, but then I added kind of this little overhang, and then I added this little overhang. Stuff like that. I tried making it look as natural as possible, but I mean it is a canal, and so it kind of has to look man-made. So there you go. Just a connection from our main base. So you can, if you want to, and I will right now actually, take this boat, turn around, and zoom through the new boat tunnel. Take a left all the way down here, and out to the ocean. And now we can get by boat from our world, from our main area, to either of our main oceans. And by main oceans, I mean this guy, and then the one that's over by the beach that we have. And I am actually going to delete this boat. That sounded weird. Anyway, next thing on the list, we only have 3 things left. This one is a very small and simple one. So over here, you've all seen this, the entrance to our mine here. Just a basic, 3x4 entrance. Well, I don't know why, but I just got the urge to do it on the other side also. So here we go. Just a exact identical entrance on the exact opposite side. So we have like crafting table, the chest, and then the wall here. That's the edge of the entrance. So we have crafting table, chest, wall, and so it is exactly in the same place, just on the opposite corner. And that's it. It's just another entrance to our little mine area that I still really like looking at. And actually, let's just fall down here. For those of you, this is kind of a world tour, but for those of you who haven't seen this, so this is how you're supposed to get down. You stand on one of these things, and you try to close it as you fall, and you can safely fall down here. And then this is like our strip mining situation. So it's just strip mine after strip mine after strip mine. Oh, this one's not explored yet. There's a strip mine, there's a strip mine, and then I kind of had labels for some of them. This one, at the end of it, you'll find a very large cave and a ravine. And at the end of this one, you'll find another ravine and an abandoned mine shaft, apparently. Man, I haven't really been caving in so long. And then you just have these spiral staircases up, but I will take the fast way because I'm still in creative. So yeah, just a basic new entrance to our mining situation. So, the last two things on our list, this is the last one in the overworld, I should say. We have redone the map area, and the way I have redone it is I've kind of added a little bit of decoration to the sides here, added some buttons to the andesite, all that good stuff, and then kind of, you know, went and redid our maps so they, or I took the maps off the wall and updated them so they reflect our new changes. So we have like the new bridge here, we have the canal, the new canal that I was just showing you actually fits right on the bottom of the map, so it's actually kind of interesting. And so if I want to like show you the oceans that we can connect to, is we have the new canal connects to this ocean because this continues on forever and ever, and then this is the beach that we redid. As you can see, there's a little path tunnel thing right there. So this you can get well, actually the thing is you can't really get to this part from here because of the dam, but if you're in this part with the skelly spawner, you can go through here or all the way around here, and then you can do it through the new canal, and this goes to the open ocean also. I'm not sure if these two oceans connect in an easy way, but we do have access to both of them now by boat, so that's kind of cool. The thing that I added other than the decoration in the walls here is, I'm pretty sure you haven't noticed it yet, but see this thing right here? All right, keep that in mind, and then look over here. See how it's missing? It's missing a block. See how this half slab is touched by both sides on there. This half slab is only touched on one side. So basically, I wanted to add backups to our maps in case a creeper blew them up and got deleted. So basically, all I did was I added a secret room, a very tiny secret room, if you could even call it a room, behind here using that button with a chest with our maps and a light. And a button. The button lets you out. Obviously, you need a way out. And it is completely hidden redstone. If I grab this block and break on back. Let's just break that. So yeah, it's the button right there powers this block, this andesite block, which powers this redstone. And then this button also powers this block, which powers the redstone. So they both control the same redstone signal. That redstone signal travels to here, and because it is a half slab, it does not cut off the redstone. If it is a full block, it does cut the redstone. So I had to make that a half slab. And so this redstone comes to an inverter, and so these pistons, which it powers, are always on, which means they're extended, which is what we want, until I push the button, which unpowers them, which is what we want. And so if I put these back... actually, let's just... No, we need to do that. Yeah. We might as well fill it all the way up. So we just have this little tiny room. You have a button, and you can escape. And the reason why I put buttons all around is so there, you know, it wasn't just a blatant button. You know, obviously this is a single player, like I said before. I'm not hiding anything from anybody, but it's just I wanted to make it look symmetrical, and it looks pretty nice. And you can barely tell at all unless you know there's a little room back here. So yeah. That was one of my favorite things I did. Spent a lot of time concealing the redstone, though. Trust me. Longer than I needed to, that's for sure. The last thing, and this is probably the most controversial, and I am not sure if I'm going to keep it yet. So we fly into the nether here. As I was saying, this is the most controversial, possibly controversial thing I have in my world. I'm just going to fly around and load everything up. This is the most blocks I've spawned into a survival world, to the survival world ever. Obviously I'm not going to go and harvest the blocks. I'm not going to, you know, harvest the glowstone or anything, but if I kind of fly back here, this part you've all seen. This is the nether bridge. Most of what you've seen here was done in survival. up to the portal point. I only had, I think, 1 or 2 of these spires, so I did MC edit those in. But if I kind of turn to the right here, you can kind of see that it goes all the way over to here and then up to here. So yeah, I went in and I did MC edit and I copied and pasted our bridge design all the way over to here, and then I did do this part where it turns to the right here, basically from where I'm standing all the way to up there. I did by hand because I didn't really have the pattern for a slope. And so I did all that by hand, but everything that I'm flying through here, including what's below me, was done through MC edit. And obviously it doesn't serve a purpose other than it's a bridge. I already did have a bridge, and so really it's just aesthetic. It's completely 100% aesthetic, unless I start mining the glowstone out of it, which I'm obviously not going to because I could just get glowstone elsewhere. But what do you guys think about that? Are you guys okay with me keeping this big bridge and basically everything I've done in this world that I did in creative? Obviously I feel bad about it because I'm talking about it so much. It is a survival world. This is not survival. It's completely contradictory. Just let me know what you guys think, and we can kind of figure it out from there. But other than that, that is the update. It's kind of like a world tour / world update / I'm a bad guy, here's what I did thing. But yeah, I'm glad I got this video out of the way. I can now work on stuff in survival. Finally, I can do the 1.9 stuff. I've been waiting for the actual release of 1.9, to really get into it, make sure they don't take anything out or add new stuff that changes stuff, all that good stuff. I said stuff a lot there, but yeah. So I am now going to sign off, and in the next episode, we will be beginning the actual 1.9 survival adventure. No more creative, trust me. No more creative. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.